Well, hello. Here we are. Beautiful day after another storm. One right after the other. It's terrible, but it is what it is. Here's some of my plants that I've got coming up. Yeah, I'm propagating in my garage. Biggest thing is I've got a fire. I had a mountain of material to process. Firewood. I'm a cheap bastard, so my neighbor, with all of his heavy equipment over there, helped me go get this from another neighbor. That's debris, twigs and so forth. I use some of it in my compost. And then there's more over here. And then this is where I'm going to build a new wood shed. I've been using that's my cutting stump there next to the wheelbarrow. And then this is all of the smaller stuff, of course, is kindling. You know, we heat our home with this stuff. So it's not like I'm doing this for fun. But as you can see, and I'm probably way too close for you to get the perspective, but we've got some good sized logs here buried underneath in there. And then of course all this wood, and I'll process it all. And it'll all go over there, get ready for the winter. And then take a quick look in here. I'm propagating river maple trees to reforest my front area where my chickens are. And I have a couple of tomatoes over here. This is my tomato patch, by the way. All the stakes are for a Florida weave, except for over here. These are determinants, and they'll get about as high as the top of that cage, and then with the help of those stakes, they won't fall over. Now, if you just use those cages, there's a high probability they'll fall over. I know, they're not that strong. But these here will all be Florida weave, because basically the rest of these are all indeterminate, so they will crawl up the wall. Over here, we've got garlic. We've got some more radishes. We love radishes, so I put them everywhere. I rotate them through the entire garden. This here is my rose mallow. Beautiful plant. Coming back again for the third year. Over here, we've got snap peas growing. We've got some different lettuces here. Weeds too. We got it all. Oh, another. And then over here I've got to replant this section of bed. We just pulled all the radishes. Spinach, of course, and then more peas. Here we've got a mustard lettuce, and I guarantee you it tastes like mustard. I gave some to folks and they couldn't believe how mustardy it tastes. This is supposed to be my beans. Sad, isn't it? But I have a few growing. I've got some more over there propagating, but they got wiped out by a bad batch of weather. One of my raspberries after our windstorm. Now, I don't think this is probably really smart of me. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Ooh. Hang on, folks. I must rescue it off the ground and try to get it to stay up there. Oy, caramba. Anyway, oh, and looky here. What do you think of these guys? Ooh, look at that. Okay. Here's another one. Oh, a little dirt on it. No dirt on this one. I got them everywhere, kids. Holy smolies. Alright. Tomorrow, I think we're going to have to start picking. Because we got way too many in here. Hang on a minute. I'm eating it. Oh, that was just too good. Here's another one. Actually, I got a zillion of them. They're all over the place. Like I said, there's a heck of a field there. Now, this is terrible looking. I let them fern out. This is asparagus. And as you can see, they didn't do too well. That's why I'm just letting them go to fern and flower, because I'm not really, yeah, good looking. Anyway, that's the garden in the back. I'm going to shut this off for a second and walk up to the front. Hang on. Wow, maybe I did. I don't know. That's weird. Damn cats. They're eating my eggs. I'm going to have to do something with these cats. They're not doing their jobs. Anyway, we're in the front garden now. I just went through the chicken coop. And as you may or may not have heard, I've got these damn cats eating my eggs again. They're supposed to be barn cats on the other side of the property, but they're not. They've decided that they're egg cats. This is a new hugel mound I've been building for a while. It's about, if you look at some of my past videos, it's about 4 feet deep. And I filled it with different kinds of debris and, you know, all wood, of course. And then piles of weeds and basically a compost pile about 2 feet below the surface of this pile. So it's a huge pile and it works good. It's the same height that started like this one over here. And as you can see, this one has gone down considerably all the way down there as it decomposes. That is a Philiberton, a nut tree. That there is my comfrey. Another rose mallow. I am waiting for a peony to come up here. I planted a root cutting. Another rose mallow. And then these three are new additions. These are my raspberries, and then I will be setting up supports for them shortly. And that is a gopher, a little bastard gopher. Another Philiberton, and then a whole bunch of weeds. And then over here I've got spaghetti squash growing. This is my go-to pile of goat manure when I need goat manure. Over here we've got 2 bins that are full of layer upon layer composting down. And yes, I put plastic on it because I'm not really interested in getting too much water in it. Though, as you can see, the storm last night got a lot of water in. But that's okay. A little water won't hurt. This one doesn't have a cover because it's working. I'm still adding to it as we go. And this here is just strictly 100% wood chips. In fact, I got to go down and get another truckload because those are going to be gone here pretty quick. Empty. There's nothing in there now. I did put that blanket on last night to try to save it from the hail. It did fine. We've got some cauliflower over there underneath that white material. We have a lot of peppers. Unfortunately, store-bought peppers, because my peppers, basically my peppers took a dump. Those are my peppers. They never really came up. And I blame that on my poor propagation. That was my fault, but I will fix it. This is new plants I just put in the other day. You can see here I've got some more lettuce coming up. This is my this is my my peas. I love eating snap peas, so these are sugar daddies. And then of course more radishes. These are purple plum. Oh, look at that, you can see me. Holy smokes. My producer would be so upset. Again, more radishes. My onions. These were bulb onions, otherwise second year growing. And as you see, they look like crap. And the ones over here were a bunch that I picked up at the store, and they seem to be doing good. I was going to do seeds, but frankly I have way too much to do, so I didn't get a chance to. Over here we've got grape, and there's the carrots I just thinned those the other day. You see the carcasses of the other ones are laying all over the place. Sad thing having to cut up good plants. I hate that. This is some more asparagus I'm trying to grow. And I made the big error the other day of actually picking the asparagus. Oh, there's another one right there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, they're starting to grow. This guy here is a blackberry muscadine. Yes, that is a muscadine. I love muscadine. I need more than one plant. So this is going to be a long-term project. And then over here, of course, another grape. So this fence should be inundated eventually. We've got several empty boxes for expansion. I threw a marigold in there that I grew from seed. Kind of give it there over there. I've got some zinnias and a marigold planted in with those as well. Those are all peppers. As I said, unfortunately, store-bought. These are peppers with zinnias and so forth. This is kale. This is a first time growing kale. I've never grown kale. It's kind of interesting. See that nice purple leafing? Yes, my producer lady, figure out what to do with this stuff, okay? Okay, I grow it for you. Anyway, as you can see, we got a mountain of hay in the front yard. We're ready to run the machine and cut hay too in the front here. Got a beautiful rose mallow there. I've got a whole bunch of different trees coming up, doing real well. Fruit trees are doing well. Don't have no bees though. I got to do some plumbing here. Do some pumping too. Anyway, I don't have any bees. I don't believe in doing the bee thing, but I'm gonna have to believe in it because that'll be our next project. Bees. I've got plenty of flowers around here, wild, As you see, my fence line is a living fence line. It does have barbed wire in it because of the cattle next door. But as you can see, my bowling alley here, it's pretty long. And the birds like it. But there are no bees. There's one of them stupid cats. Rrr. A plum tree. What do you think of that? Little baby plum tree. Anyway, yeah, no bees. So no pollinators. Apple, cherry. This is kind of interesting situation here. I had planted originally this cherry tree to be in a bed of bark. Basically, I was going to do this whole area in the Back to Eden plan, which is, as some of you may know, is a area where you put a lot of wood chips. So I had set it a little high off of the knuckle on purpose, because I thought I would have about 8 inches of compost, and I didn't want the tree to be too far into a hole. So I raised it. Well, the problem is I didn't do that. I went with another method, this mini beds with the plastic, which by the way I love because the weeds are just non-existent. Problem was this thing was wiggling and wobbling all over because I don't use stakes on my trees. I want them to get strong. All of these trees endured straight line winds the other day. They were, for all on purpose, I thought they were going to snap off, but they didn't. This guy has been wobbling and making his hole twice as big. So I had to throw my pitchfork in, quickly tie it up with some stretch film, and then I built this box, filled the box with new soil, and happened to put some freesias in there. It's a single blend flower. It's a bulb. Get some flowers in there, you know. But she's growing great. She's doing well. But she was wobbling all over. I may still need to run a stake because I made that small error, but I'm going to let it set with the pitchfork for a month or so and see how it goes. Do I want my pitchfork back? Anyway, that's the update. Why the boxes? Because when I build beds or when I do things, I cut these things up, I throw them in the compost, I lay them down, throw compost on top of them. You know the drill. My water tower, no water, except for the hose. The ground is flattened out. That's all hugel. I got to rebuild it. The stuff is turning into black gold, but the problem is I need to get it back up to a higher capability, because that's where I put all my crawlers. These hills here where you will see all my squashes, pumpkins, watermelons. This guy here, believe it or not, I know this is getting too long. These plants here, this one, and this little guy over here are store-bought. I know, it's store-bought because mine didn't make it, but they're cantaloupes. So we'll see how they do. And I have some flowers over there to plant still. And these are my, these two guys here and here are my goji berries. Goji berry, 2 different varieties of goji berries in my little bird bath. So that's the end of the 5-minute tour. When I get a chance, there's a guinea in the bushes. Anyway, y'all have a good day. I gotta get back to work. You take care. Bye-bye.